I think art really is one of the fundamental finishing touches of design. And I really think people get way too hung up on it. You just need to buy stuff as you see it. Here, a fabulous painting by Thrush Holmes, Canadian artist, lacquered. The red wall really pops it out and becomes a real great backdrop to the piano. As well, the piece behind the bed, actually bought at an antique market, panels of ceramic, glazed, mountain scene, very kind of innocuous. I don't know who the artist is. It doesn't really matter. Over the desk, great movie posters from Hungary, bought in the market for 10 bucks each. They remind us of our travels and are fun. On the other wall, another great piece by a Canadian artist, backed with mirror, offset, really gives you pizzazz to your space. Don't be scared to mix it up. Here we've got airplane ads all done in a collage, a major work by a Canadian artist, Vera Frankel, and then a whole series of works all leaned up behind the dresser, one over top of the other to give really an eclectic feel. Also, don't be worried about putting art in your bathroom. So long as you put a print in that's under glass, it won't get damaged by the water. Don't put your most expensive piece in there, but definitely bathrooms need art. So one behind the tub, a couple beside the sink, really finish off the space.
Take all the stuffiness out of art, right? Take all of that stuffiness out and just go out and get pieces that you connect to. And I love the fact that it doesn't have to be a piece for, $500,000. It could be anything.
And I think that you just need to make it a part of your life.
Right.
Like when you're on a trip, instead of buying silly little martini glasses you're never going to use, buy a piece of art, buy a poster, buy something that reminds you of that country that you can take home and use.
That you have a connection to. So I like the idea of sort of art not having to be, that picture that you see at the art gallery. This is all taken from your home.
Right, so I cleaned out my walls last night.
Yeah,
and
well some of them, you have a lot of art.
So shadow box with a lovely little drawing in it, but that could be your kids' art.
Yeah.
This one happens to be from a friend of mine who gave it to me, but frame your kids' art, put it in a shadow box frame.
Love that.
This one, lovely little drawing, saw it at the antique market. It actually came in this frame.
Oh.
55 bucks maybe 70 bucks.
Yeah.
I had no idea where it was gonna go. I just bought it.
Because you liked it.
Then,
you had an
when you're
attachment
on
to it.
trips, if you don't find anything you like, then take some pictures of things that are actually beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is just a detail of some column in Europe. Shutterfly, you get it done on the steel. It comes, and you do it through the internet. You send it to them, it's done.
That's cool. And what about this piece?
Well, lovely little piece. I hang it in my laundry room. It's a little watcher. I really wish it was about 8 feet by 8 feet, but anyways, it's 8 inches by 4 inches, so there it is.
That's nice. Okay, now look at the frame on this guy.
Okay, so we were in Portugal, antique store, wanted to buy something. That frame was crazy. So we actually, I don't even know what the painting is. I've never looked at it. I don't really care. I knew it wasn't going to be a Rembrandt, so I have that painting on a huge wall of my dining room. Nothing but that painting on a big wall.
Because
it's all about the frame.
It's all about the frame, but for you, you had an attachment to this frame and you thought, I'm going to make it work. It's not about going out and buying something that fits into a puzzle piece.
Right, it's about visual impact. Now, if I bought 7 other pieces, I'd mix it in a collage with it and it'd still hold its own. Then art doesn't have to be paintings. This is a great little sculpture, bought it at some store, I think in Toronto actually, and it actually has a bracket that is still on my wall, so I couldn't bring it, and it hangs on the wall. So in that really awkward corner where you don't know what to do beside your bathroom or in between your closets, and you don't want the kids knocking it off the wall or whatever, then that's metal, it just hangs on the wall.
Beautiful.
We saw this one in my apartment. This is actually orange crate labels. My cousin in California collects them, and so we framed them. I actually did an entire wall at my mother's old house all in orange crate labels.
Now let's say we don't have your sort of design expertise and we just want to go out and buy art. You suggest then go and get art.
So there's fabulous galleries. And so Art Interiors has an amazing collection of art. It's at many price ranges, but it actually does start very inexpensively. And then this is, on the wall of the art gallery. So if you gravitate to this one, decide where you think you might go. Buy a horizontal piece for over your couch, and then even though this is way smaller than your couch, you would only need this one. If your interior is more modern, get this one for over top of your couch. Whereas this over top of a couch doesn't actually work. It's not really the right shape. So you would need two other things with it. So
Yeah.
I really do stress horizontality or verticality, because squares make it much more difficult to put into your home.
Right, you need it to sort of match that scale of
Right,
the sofa.
you always have a wall that is up and down or
Yeah.
skinny in between two doors. You always have a couch. So
Right.
instantly those two formats
better.
just work easier into any interior.
Now, you spoke a little bit about art being inexpensive depending on where you go. So you can get really small pieces. There's a festival coming up that we're going to talk about in a second, but we've got some of the pieces from there.
Right.
Really small pieces that are not going to break the bank, but they're all part of your art collection.
Right, so also from Art Interiors, I just re-accessorized one of the bookcases here. And so our theory is that bookcases should really be eclectic. So there's books, all the accessories that were there, but I integrated art into it. And the art doesn't even have to match. We've got this crazy couch picture. Underneath it, we've got a very modern picture. Then I've taken another modern picture and put it up top, mixed it with some white. So there's kind of a white and photograph theme. So none of it has to match. It all just needs to work kind of in a curated format. At my house, where I have them one over top of the other, like none of that would matter if I took one of those out, put it in a closet, and put another one back in.
But that's the biggest lesson for me. It's all about how you put your art out there, how you present it. There's no rules. I love that.